How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. It is Friday. It is the day before the game. Leeds United season kicks off tomorrow at 12:30 at Elland Road as we take on Pompey, Portsmouth. And yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to be back in and amongst it in the South Stand with everybody that I usually stand with. You all know who you are. Yeah, absolutely cannot wait. Obviously, the season itself kicks off right now as this video is being uploaded with Blackburn against Derby County and I believe Preston against Sheffield United. So, two interesting games to get stuck into tonight. But the real action is taking place at Elland Road tomorrow. And just before we get into this match preview, please make sure that you're smashing that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new as well. Hit the notification bell and, of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below as I do read every comment. So yeah, first game of the season. Obviously, there's nothing really to go off other than the pre-season form, but I've said numerous times recently on this channel and on my TikTok and everything, that I've waxed lyrical about the performances of pre-season. Obviously, I wasn't at the Valencia game last week as I was at my mate's wedding, but the highlights that I've seen, I thought we looked good for the majority of that game. Naturally, there was probably a bit of a drop off when substitutions were made, etc. But I've heard a lot of positive things, especially about the first half, where I think the starting 11 that started is going to start this game as well. I said it in my predicted 11 / press conference reaction last night, which if you haven't already, go and check that out. I do think it'll be the same 11. And it'll be interesting to see how Leeds, approach this. I personally think we need to come out of the blocks quick this season. We did see last year, with Leicester and Ipswich that yes, they both had points in the season where they weren't great, but because of the early momentum that they'd created in August, September, it helped get them over the line in the end. And that's what Leeds United need to do. Yes, there are going to be games this season that we lose. We're not going to go through a whole season unbeaten in the Championship. It's just unrealistic and it's not going to happen. So we need to come out the blocks quick this season. And for me, tomorrow is the perfect game to start with. It's a newly promoted side. Yeah, they'll probably have nothing to lose. But, I was listening to the Square Ball and Dan Moylan had said that he'd been having a look at like Portsmouth fans online and they're all absolutely bricking it for tomorrow. There's fans predicting 5-6-0 to Leeds. There was one fan that said it doesn't matter what team they put out, they're going to lose. And I was thinking, wow, like, is that how negative they're all feeling going into it? So that bodes well for us. I guess that even their own fans aren't expecting anything. Look, I do think we'll win the game. As for a score prediction, I said on the white wall that I predicted 3-1. I'm sticking with 3-1. However, I am hoping for a clean sheet. I would be disappointed if we conceded to Portsmouth. No disrespect to them, but the defence that I'm expecting to start of Jayden Bogle, Joe Rodon, Pascal Strauch, and Junior Firpo, that's a really strong back four in this division. I do not expect us, or I do not want us, sorry, to concede to Portsmouth. I think that would be quite disappointing. But I always kind of prepare for Leeds to concede a goal because it's maybe we've improved at set pieces, but corners and free kicks we're usually not great at defending. So if they're going to score, it's going to be from a set piece, in my opinion. I can't see them managing to break us down in open play. I just don't see how they've got the players to do that. They've got one of the Murphy brothers. I don't know if it's Josh or I can't even know what the other one's called. They've got Matt Ritchie, Connor Shaughnessy. That is about it in terms of players that I know that they've got. Again, I'm quite ignorant towards like other championship teams and the League One teams that have come up. I don't really know a lot about Portsmouth, to be honest. I know that they won the league on 97 points last season. So they did obviously have a great season and they may be confident off the back of that, but this is not going to be an Ipswich scenario. I don't think any of the three teams that have come up are going to cause much problem in this division this year. I think, Ipswich was a complete anomaly. And, the literally statistically the best performing newly promoted side in Championship history were Ipswich. I can't see that being beaten. So, yeah. But yeah, look, like I said, positive performance. That is what I'm wanting to see. Towards the end of last season, we did become a bit predictable and a little bit like Somerville FC. Obviously, Somerville's not at the club anymore. He's now joined West Ham. So it's time for someone else to step up, i.e., a Willie Gnonto, a Dan James, a Georgie Rutter, and a Matteo Joseph. I think Matteo Joseph will start the game tomorrow, and I'm very excited to see how he leads the line. I think in pre-season, he's looked really, really good. Physically looks the part, looks hungry, and he looks determined to make this his season, and that is really good to see. 4 goals for him in pre-season against some decent opposition as well. So, fair play to him. He's really made a claim. Obviously, there's Perot and Bamford there if needed, which, is very good depth at Championship level. It is. So at least if Joseph's at any point this season, if Joseph's having a bad game or tactically it's just not working against a particular team, you can bring a Perot on, you can bring a Pat Bamford on. We've got Joe Rothwell in midfield that can come on and hopefully make a difference as well. A lot more direct, I think, Joe Rothwell. Although I do think it'll be Ampadu and Gruev that start this game. But yeah, look, all in all, guys, I'm just absolutely buzzing and excited to get back in my seat tomorrow and just take it all in again. When the playoff final finished and I was on my way home from Wembley, I just wanted to not think about football forever. It was really disappointing that day. But then, especially since the Euros has finished, I'm like, right, let's have some proper football back now. And I have watched a lot of the preseason games, or at least caught the highlights, especially, and I'm really infused with what I'm seeing, 100%. You know, Daniel Farker, it'll be a real test for him this season to go again. 90 points last season was good, but obviously ultimately it wasn't enough. We need to go one better this season, whether that's points tally, whether that's just getting automatically promoted, which I'm sure is the main aim. But like I said, the football did become a little bit predictable towards the end of last season. So it'll be, I'm intrigued to see how Daniel Farker approaches that. If he sets up a certain way tomorrow, for example, and at half time it's 0-0, it's not really working. What is he going to do? Who is he going to bring on? How is he going to set the team up, formation wise, tactically? Because we have seen that he's dabbled with a back three. Is he going to start with a back three? I don't think so. I think he'll go with the 4-2-3-1. But if needed, it'll be interesting to see if he drops in to a back three. At least you've got that bit of versatility then, and you're not as predictable. I think that'd be good to see from him this season. Obviously, he said he's addressed the issue with goals goals coming from midfield. So hopefully, like Joe Rothwell and Purdue Gruev can chip in with an odd goal or two here and there this season. But the attacking players, I'm sure, will be bang up for it tomorrow. This is a winnable game, and it should be an opening day 3 points. I can't see anything other than a Leeds United win, even if it's 1-0. I just can't see it. I just can't see it ending any other way. And again, that might be me being arrogant and naive, and I could be sat here this time tomorrow feeling completely different. But I'm sorry, guys. I have to go with how I feel. I feel this should be a very comfortable win for Leeds United. No disrespect to Portsmouth. And after tomorrow, I will wish you luck for the rest of the season. I've got no issue with Portsmouth as a club. I just think you're going to find it difficult in the Championship. I really do. And yeah, like I said, I'm still sticking with 3-1, but that's a comfortable 3-1 and a very, very good opening day performance at Elland Road. So that brings us to the end of this match preview for this evening, guys. Really, really appreciate you all tuning in. Like I say, I want to increase the numbers on the channel. I want to get more views, more eyes onto the channel. So share it with your friends, your family, your neighbours, your work colleagues, whoever. Get more eyes onto the channel, and that would be very much appreciated. Please like this video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell. Get your comments in. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not sure what time it'll be, but I will get a match review out at some point tomorrow afternoon. So make sure you tune into that, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.